So today we're going to look for a low voltage short. That's the proper key on these kind of locks. See, that's the right kind of key to use. You know, make sure we don't have any crackheads, you know, getting on the roof, stealing copper and whatnot. I can't see that, you know. So this is a brand new unit. Well, what am I gonna jump or something? They weren't very nice to us, were they? Let's put the bottom rung right. What am I have to like pull myself up with my arms? Oh my gosh, there's a big barrel. I don't even know if I can get on top of that. I'm getting kind of old these days. That's got water on it. Yeah. I don't know. I don't think this is very smart. But we're gonna give it a shot and see what happens. Is it kind of get the leg go? Okay. Yeah, let's hope we don't have to do that very many more times. Ladder's nice and fresh painted. Oh, rocks. We got the rocks. Oh, okay. I don't know which one it is. It's gonna be a new one. 890. I think this suite number is 890. So they only have one small suite, little skin spa. Supposed to be there at 9 o'clock today, you see, and it's 9:10. And guess what? Ain't nobody there. So that says 892. What does this say? I think that one says I'm not brand new. I think that's what this one says. That one says nothing. This is about the right space, but it's not. Oh, there's another new one. What does this one do? Let's see. That's got to be it. That's brand new seal tight right there. Yeah, she's turned off. That's got to be it. We're gonna go ahead and roll with that. See what happens. Get off here. All right. I only brought the essentials today. You know, 600-pound bag. Got the little one. Didn't check to see if I have screwdrivers in it or not, which would have been smart considering that ladder's not very fun. So the word I was getting from the last guy that was out here is that this thing, he said it said 890 on it. All right, that one's on. We're gonna roll with this being the right one. We're close. I can't jump over the wall and see where I'm at. So close enough. So basically it was the transformers trip it every time they turn it on. All right, fella came out here a long time ago and got everything running on it, but the heat, because there wasn't no gas run, you see, they forgot that part. So we had to get the construction company to come out, run some gas to it, and then they came out, different guy came out to start her right on up, and she just trips every time. I think I'm gonna have to get into space. Oh, this is one of those. Why do we do Trane? I don't understand. There's no point. So yeah, he turned that one sideways there because he tested on each one of these for, ooh, it's just not even, you know, that's just a terminal block anyway. Ain't worried about it. Look, there's one. See, it goes right nowhere. That's where it goes, guys. So what I really want to do is I got to get into this space, so I am gonna have to go down the ladder and try not to break an ankle, but I want to get an idea what's going on inside here. Look, we hooked up the, oh, they actually put a screw in that. Man, I'll tell you what, I'll give it to those guys. What in the world? They hooked the common up to the ground. Okay. You can do that, but you know, you might want to put the common up to the common. Oh, we're getting water in there. So this is the drain pan sensor, and it's cutting. It is cutting Y to the contactor here. I'm not asking you why. I'm telling you, it's cutting Y. But you can do that. These things go bad all the time, and if they didn't seat it right, it's never going to work right. And why did they put it on the... I'm going to fix that up here. You know what? You don't need to be putting your 24 volt onto a common. And not your 24 volt, but your common needs to go into the transformer. What they... Okay, yes, I know, guys. There's more than one way to skin a cat, okay? But really, you just put a splitter on this guy right here on the 24 volt side. This is the transformer. So I'm gonna go down, grab a couple splitters, and we're gonna go get a couple connectors. All right, we're gonna run this 24 and common directly to the transformer. That's the easiest way to do it. I'm not gonna say best, but I can tell you that if you're gonna be running a common, last resort is you run your common to a ground. Last resort. You can do it. You can even run a neutral to the ground in a 115 volt application as a last resort to get it going, you know, not permanent. But yeah, I'm gonna go run down, grab some stuffs, some connectors and whatnot, you know, crimpers, and we're gonna rerun this one before I even get rolling with anything else. We're gonna do that. And I gotta find a way to get into the space, so I'll get back with you. All right, got my crimpers, got my strippers, got some dillies there, and got a couple more thingies there. So these are what I was talking about. You just put those on the dilly there, and put them right here on this thing and split it. That means you can put another terminal on there. This one's already got a splitter on it. That one splits. Oops. Dadgummit. Dropped it in the rocks. How many times? I started flapping my jaw. There it is. Y'all should have told me where that was. Put it right here on the terminal. The right way. You know, not the wrong way. That one's opposite. Up the wrong way is the right way. It off. Put this one on. Man, that one's seated all the way easily. This one's fighting me. Come on. There it is. Okay, now we got your 24 volts coming out somehow. Right there. This guy can go right here. Now we're going to yank these things off. They didn't even... Yeah, they did put it in the right spot. Okay. Now, if I do all this, and this thing doesn't trip, then... Oh my goodness, come on. Yanked all the thing off of it. Then it'd be pretty obvious that the ground here caused an issue, but I don't think that's going to be a problem, honestly. Should not have caused an issue. But I'd like to do... Where'd my strippers go? There they are. I like to just make it look good and make it look right, you know? Doesn't have to be right. Make it look right. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Get this little crimp in here. Squeeze on it a little bit. Get over here. Put the right spot, right? You know. Got it. Feed this back around. It don't reach. So close though. It's right there. It's like right there. So you're gonna yank on that screw. Get it to fit. And we'll figure the screw out later. Now, got plenty of them. All right. That one there. And that one there. Now, down in the space, the Y or the W was not connected at all. So I went ahead and connected it. And right now it should be calling for cool. Obviously this hasn't been started in heat, so we're going to have to burn off a heat exchanger. But we're going to see if she runs, or if she just trips immediately. Transformer is not a resettable transformer. That's grand. That means we're going to be popping fuses. Where's the dadburn fuse at? It's not on the control board. Sometimes they're in line. Is it right here? No, no. No, no, no. No, 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 no. It's not. I like those resettable ones, man. I'm gonna have to go get a popper. I think I have one in the truck. Because I don't see a fuse anywhere. Sometimes if you follow your 24 volts, somewhere between the transformer and the control board, you should have a fuse. If that's not resettable. I'm not seeing one. Fellas, dudes and dudettes, I don't know what to tell you, because we'll fry that transformer, and the transformer will fry the board if that's grounded. This is so super awesome. This makes me really happy. I think I have one of those transformers in the truck. How many V8s does that have? This one is a 75 V8. Okay, that's the one I have in the truck. This is one I have in the truck's obviously not OEM, but Trane can suck it if, you know. Oh, it is resettable. It's right here on the side. I take it back, Trane. Let's see what happens. Tripped immediately. So now we have to think about what we've done between the original startup and then the time they came out last. So they could have put this in. Possible. Especially if they didn't wire it right. What did they wire it to? Common, and it should have been normally closed. Yep, they wired that correctly. So this is a whole bunch of low voltage. Man, it eats me alive. It's really hard to trace low voltage. So the first thing I'm gonna do is cut out this drain pan switch. And I guess they didn't really want to talk. My phone kind of rung and then it just immediately stopped. We're gonna take that out. We're gonna reset and we're gonna turn it back on. No, it just I should have been very careful because I didn't turn the power off when I did that. So next thing is I'm gonna pull out every thermostat wire, and I can do that with the power on because transformer is not giving me low voltage anyway. So we're just gonna pop these. I said pop them loose. Must have been a plumber put that one in. That one was tight. And that one's not tight. When you do this, make sure you keep in mind how the wires are put in and which colors, because it matters. But this is done very traditionally. All I have to remember is that blue is common. And pull all those out. We're going to eliminate the thermostat as being an issue. Get off of there. Stop touching it. Thermostat. There. Now, let me reset her real quick. And we have another immediate trip. So we know it's not the thermostat. We know it's not our drain pan switch. What else happened? What else happened? So I had to answer a couple messages. The only other thing that I did was, what did I do? I checked the voltage to make sure we're not dropping the leg, and I checked the transformer incoming voltage because we want to make sure that the transformer is on the right setting. So this transformer has a 208 setting, and then it has a 230 setting. This is 208, so that is set correctly. And we have to think about this meticulously. These are not fun, and it's just the way it is. So the fact that it's tripping immediately tells me that we don't have anything in the externals that should be causing a problem. What I mean by that is there shouldn't be anything in the heating or the air conditioning to cause an issue as far as how it's working, as far as the function of the heating and air conditioning. The economizer is a possibility, but that would have tripped whenever they first came out and tried it. So luckily I have some history on this. So the fact that he was able to get it running and cool, that was perfectly fine. Since then, all I know is that they connected the gas. I don't want to go anywhere with the gas because, I mean, it's just a gas pipe. You got the gas thing here that goes, you know, goes in the thing there. So the other thing I did was disconnect the outdoor ambient temperature sensor for the crankcase heater. I don't necessarily believe, my opinion, of course, mine, is that we need crankcase heaters in Texas. There may be about 0 days out of the year that you're going to be trying to cool your building in the dead winter, so should not need a crankcase heater. Very few situations that I've had to actually use them, and that would be like restaurants on the cook lines where they are actually trying to cool in the middle of the winter because it gets really hot, big time heat load. And in that situation, not only do we need the crankcase heater, but we also need a fan cycle switch, which we install so we can create head pressure. Enough of that mumbo jumbo. We're gonna go directly from our 24 volts out. And I know this is a new transformer, and I know it's a new control board, but I want to find out everything in between. So I might have to get my nippers in there to figure out where my 24 volts goes first. Let's turn that off. Save the battery. Let's see. That's a high voltage. That's a high voltage. Here's my low voltages. They go directly here and down into this Medusa mess, which should go to here. So let's look at this guy. I want to pop her off, take a look at the back there, make sure that somebody didn't, you know, smash on it and get it to ground. I know you can't see what I'm seeing, but just kind of want to, I'm going to take my 24 volts off of this guy because I don't even see 24 volts on it. I see something in my number 2 bank and my number 1 bank. There's my 24. So I'm going to disconnect this off my 24 volts. Then we're going to turn it on or reset it and see if it actually stays. If it does, we're going to go out from there. So let's reset her, and she trips. So that is extremely interesting because now I'm going to be tracing some serious wiring, which I need these for. I turn the power off since I'm gonna have, you know, metal in the thing there. Probably wouldn't hurt me much because these are pretty well insulated, but I like these and I don't want them, you know, welded closed. Ouch! That hit me right in the tallywhacker. Hurt a little bit. Oh, yeah, starting to hurt a little bit more. Growing pain. I'm gonna be okay. I'm gonna live. Yeah, so let's go from here. I'll trace this wire out. So my 24 volts coming off. We're going to snip this one. Snip. And we see that it is not in good shape. That wire is good enough shape, but it's not in great shape. Come over here to the top of the phase protector and get a hold of that. Get in there. Oh, stupid little zip tie. Oh, there, got it. Okay, now that goes to where? Now I have enough. That right there is this one. So here we are, tracing some more, which is this one. Why do you put tape when you're gonna put it in a connector? This guy. Yep, this one right here, and that is this one right here, and that is not. That is this one right here, which then goes to this one right here, which goes into the bottom bank of this weird little terminal block here. Kind of wonder what that does. What's the purpose of that? I don't get it. I know where it goes. So, how do you work this thing? What does it do? Off. I think I'm gonna take that off. If, of course, I have Phillips head screwdriver, which is my luck, unlikely. That's a flat. That's a flat. That's great, Matthew. How did you bring all your flats and no Phillips? Be so smart. Such a smart guy. So lovely. Well, I have a number 2 bit in my pocket somewhere. So let's just dig around and find that thing. Dig around and find that thing. Maybe if I say it louder, it'll actually, you know. Oh, look at that. Thermostat wire is all jacked up. But we know it's not the thermostat wire because I don't have any of them hooked up. Oh, come on. That's not a number 2. That's a number 3. That's not a number 2. That's... Do I have it? I don't even have it. Wow. Got a whole box of them at the house. Well, this number 3 is going to have to work. I'm going to have to mash on it a little bit. Something fell. Little screw. I'm worried about it. Number 3 is going to have to work. Alright, let's get off of there. And she worked just fine. No problemo. Don't know where my screw went. Like literally, it's right there. Okay. I want to look at this guy, pop it off, see what it says to me. Now I do need a flat. See, flats come in handy. Get off of there. Get off of there. Get. Why are you doing this to me? Just come off. There's one clip, so it should slide off the side. If this came off, wow, this guy's not playing nice. Why aren't you playing nice? Let me get this side off. Maybe that's what I need. Both sides off. Really? Really? Ah, got her. Okay, now Do we have something jacked up in this dealie? And does it carry the voltage from one side to the other? That's another question. Another question is, what does this thing do? Is this a fuse? Get whatever it is, it don't like to come out, I can tell you that. I'm sure y'all are screaming like, well, why don't you check this? Why don't you check that? Well, I can't hear you. Otherwise, I would check this and that. I don't have needle nose. I don't have anything I need in that thing. Let's see if these work. What are you there for? It's gotta be a fuse. And how does this come out? Well, that's incoming, that's outgoing. I'm assuming all of these are outgoing. So what I'm going to do is disconnect one at a time and reset her every time. Once I find the one that says, oh, I'm still good, that's the one we're going to trace back even further. Because I can only assume does not do anyone any good, that all of these are outgoing from your 24 incoming. So we'll start off with this one. Disconnect that. One at a time, guys. One at a time. And reset. And power on. Automatic trip. So we'll put this back together and do the next one. I'm not going to bore you with this part because it's going to be the next one and the next one and the next one. So once I fail at this section, I'll come back. So I guess I'm kidding. Once I fail, like it was the next wire I checked. Reset, she's holding. So we now know that the power, sure, it's the power wire going into the control board. The control board has been replaced. So now we're going to have to look at what branches off the control board that makes her trip. So I'm going to kill the power because I know as soon as I put these together, it's going to trip. But then we're going to do the same thing with this control board. I'm going to pull off one harness at a time and reset it each time until I find the harness that's causing it to trip. So obviously not the incoming power harness. Now if I get down to the point where none of them make it trip, then I have all of these wires to do, and we'll have to figure out which one of these wires is causing it to trip and then trace that one back. Monotonous, time-consuming, horrible. I just don't understand why it worked before and then we did stuff and then it don't work. I don't get that. So anywho, put that back together and I'm gonna start doing the same thing here. I'll get back with you whenever I have some kind of success, or at least the next step of success. Promised you I'd come back when I have the next step of success, which I do. So we're gonna put all the panels over here, and then where's my mem pack? Oh, there she is, right in the unit when it's on. Man, smart guy, man. So I'll show you the harness here in a second. That keeps the unit on. So I gotta pop this out. I'm going to trace those wires. Let's trace them. Let's see here. Here it is. This says W17, W18. Then these squirrelies. These squirrely wires. These little braiders. Where do they go? Alright, I got that. So there. That goes in right here. I got it up here. Goes to right here. Which goes where? That goes... Where does it go? Get in this channel. Is this it? That's not it. Is this it? Does it go to my... Might go to my economizer. So I think that's it. I don't want to pull the whole freaking top off to see it. Probably zip tied all of them. Yeah, they did. They zip tied them all together. So super awesome, man. Just makes me so happy. They zip tie all of them together. All right. I could, you know, use the wiring diagram and figure it out there, but that's just too easy. We ain't trying to make things easy, are we? Where do you go? Where did you come from? Where did you go? Where did you come from, Cotton Eye Joe? I think that's it. I'm not sure. I can't tell if I'm moving those wires. I'm also moving the ones inside because they're zip tied together. Oh, pop a lid. Gonna have to pop a lid. I don't have to pop a lid. Let's try the wiring diagram. All right, fine. Where's my harness? There it is. So we're gonna be looking for W18, W17, basically 15, 16, 17, and 18 on the wiring diagram. You remember that, because I'm not going to. 15, 16, 17, 18. 15, 16, 17, 18. Alright, tell me when you see it. Because I don't. Goodness, I gotta bring my glasses. That's some small letters. Let's see, where is my control board? Where are my wires? Let's look down here. Contactor, sensor, blah blah blah. Economizer, actuator. That's 118. Alright, let's look for line 118 because it's at least going to tell me where my economizer is. Maybe my wires are on there. W 15, 16, 17, and 18. Where can I find you? Optional, yeah. Economizers are optional, except in a commercial setting where they are mandatory. In most places, they're code. I don't like it. There's a lot of things I don't like, but I don't have a choice of. That goes to RTOM. The RTOM board is the one that we're going off of. So that's going to be this. All right. Starting to make a little more sense. Just got to look for the wires W15 through 18. Such small letters. I'm going to have a headache after this. I'm also wearing this hat. Set the tripod up. Hey, bring it. It's a good thing because I need a haircut. Y'all can't see me like this. I need a haircut bad. W15, 16, 17, and 18. There they are. They go into this dilly-jigger thingy. Trane Building Management System. Oh. That doesn't tell me anything. Then they come out and go into mod bus com out 24 VAC common. What is this? Trane Building Management System. What is a mod bus com? I don't know what this block. What is this? Okay, so they come off of there and go into this thing. I'm gonna have to just trace them because this doesn't tell me jack. Well, it might tell you jack, but it don't tell me nothing because I don't know what in the world I'm looking at. It doesn't say exactly what it is. It just has the square, you see, or more, okay, rectangle, like some kind of a terminal board. But this is the board. This is the RTOM board. So I know coming off of this, it's got the 24 VAC, and then it goes to this guy, which we can look and see what in the world is on line 88. And maybe it'll define it here. So we're going to be looking between 86 and 91. How about that? Between 86 and 91. 106, 112, 99, 78, 68. Wow. There's 92. Free stat. So it's definitely not that. 86. It's a communication module. 85. Condensate overflow. Has its own condensate overflow, huh? And we installed one. So we're going to look at this communication module and find out. I think that is going to be this fella, but this is the economizer. It's not a communication module. If these wires were numbered all the way, that would be great, but there's too many of them here anyway. That's W28, 136. There's nothing here. Like there's maybe a harness up there that I don't know about. I don't know. I don't see anything in here that could be a communication module. This box is the economizer module. It's not necessarily a communication module. So what I can do, I'm gonna pop the top. Screw it. It is what it is, guys. I need to follow those wires, find out what in the world they're attached to. So I won't bore you with this parts, but I'll come back when it's popped. Alright, got it popped. Going to now be able to easily, I said the word easily, probably not very easily, follow these 4 wires. They go right here, and look at that, they loop back, guys. So wonderful, Trane. So wonderful. I did all that for nothing. Look, she's a prop. That D-wall does a lot. Dropped it from about 20 foot the other day. Still works. Battery broke in half. Hey, battery still works too. So now that I got that popped off, look, they we're just gonna intertwine these wires together, okay? Now where does it go? Comes in from here, and we go out to here. There's another one I'm gonna pop. So I got all 4 of them in my hand. Alright. Come on. Almost popped the whole thing out there. And there's another one. Where do you go? Where do you go? Get all 4 of them. There's 1, 2, 3, 4. I think that's, yep, there's my 4. There's another, you know, zip tie. Look, there's another squirrely. Wonder what that one does. Well, is that the one I'm supposed to be looking at? I just got confused. No, it's not. That was a different one. That one goes... That one probably goes down to the, you know, heat thing down there. Let's go ahead and take this off. We're gonna figure this out. We're gonna make her work. Alright, now I'm going down with more zip ties, which goes into this harness right here. Then this harness comes back out. Why do you make it so long? It's probably the same thing that goes to the freaking heater. Golly, Trane. You didn't have to make it this long. Go back, loop around, come back over here, loop back around, go back over there. No reason. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's these. Then they go back. Yep, we're gonna go back. We're gonna be in the heater section. Which one is it? It's this one. And then where's my red? And there's my blue. These 4 then go here. I'm sorry if you can't see this. Okay, so got two blues, one red. So I'm gonna make sure my blue is the right blue. So it is. Goodness gracious, man. I'm just gonna pop all these. Makes it easier than sitting there trying to fish out of one wire. This just sits in there anyway. It's not like it's gonna jump out, start dancing or something. Gotta move my prop. Don't stay. Well, let's move it this way. And then I'll move it back when I get there. Seems to me this is going to be our economizer, which I think is extremely obvious to everyone at this point. The economizer has got something going on with it. You gotta move this back, right? Nope, it's not gonna work. Okay. Another thing I'm looking for while I'm doing this is any, you know, frayed wiring or anything that looks odd like that. All right, so we are definitely down into the economizer module. Maybe that's what they're calling the communication module. Get up. So let's take it down here. Let's try not to cut any more wires. I don't need that one. I do not need that one. I do need these. Yep. So we found our culprit, guys. Our culprit is this economizer module. I don't know if it's not hooked up right. I don't know anything about it. So what I'm going to have to do is goober it, and we're going to see if it's actually connected correctly, because it may not be. They may have plugged the wrong thing into the wrong thing, and because this is our harness right here. That's our harness. I'm gonna get up closer on it, get a light on it, and take a better look. So I'll get back with you. Glad we figured out where the culprit is. This is our problem. Everything else should run just fine. As a matter of fact, I could probably even start it right now. A lot of times the economizer will lock out a unit. This doesn't have a bypass on it, which blows my mind, because that means that they don't have a choice. If the module goes bad, they're gonna have to replace it. But seeing as how it's brand new, Trane is gonna have to replace on it, not the business. I'll get back with you when I learn more. All right, guys, so we're still rolling with this thing. That may not be the culprit, because the harness that went in, the big one here, that's obviously in voltage, and then the other one, this one is the out. So I got to find out where this goes, because look, she's lit up. That module's good. It's this blue and purple, wherever they go back to. We're still going, guys. We're still tracing. All right, tracing. So it'll be easy to trace this one back, because it's the only two sitting by themselves. So I'm already all the way back here, and that gives a loop-de-loop, and that goes probably the mixed air sensor. Let's see here. We go over here into this jumble of wires, and here, and it plugs into there. It is the mixed air sensor. So what we're going to do then is unplug the mixed air sensor. I got my hands, guys, right here. the sucker's got the power on, you see. She's gonna kick on in a second because it's calling for cool, so I'm probably not very smart right now. But somehow this mixed air sensor is just no bueno. But what I don't get, and maybe you know, because I don't, we should not be sending voltage through a sensor. That's not, in my experiences, how a sensor is supposed to work. So what I'm going to do is unplug it from here, plug it back into the module, and see if the module trips. If it does, we got a problem in the wiring. If it doesn't, then we got a problem with this sensor. Theoretically, the unit, get off! The unit should run without a mixed air sensor, but there's no economizer bypass. So let me plug this in and see if we got sparks. Nope, still running. The problem is our mixed air sensor. Luckily, we got a part number on that. I just don't understand why we're running voltage through a sensor. The sensor's obviously grounded, which is going to cause us a problem anyway, but this tells us about the economizer. Well, no, it doesn't. It just tells us how to put it together. Thanks, guys, for leaving the wiring diagram to the economizer. Appreciate you. You know, they come with wiring diagrams, and you stick it on the thing here, or you put it in the deal, and that's awesome. That's going to end up going down the return. I don't even know why they put that in there anyway. They don't even need this. They already put it together. Okay, so I'm gonna call Trane and get them a mixed air sensor, and we're gonna have to figure that out. Luckily, it's got a part number on it, which I need to take a picture of. Oh, look, I missed a call. Missed a call from somebody. I gotta call him back. That's the fella that was out here last. All right, can I get that picture? Got it. All right, I guess I'm gonna go get some parts, or a part. Might get two of them, who knows? And we're gonna have to figure out why. I don't even think that was supposed to be in there, so maybe I'm gonna make a phone call to Trane, wait on hold, you know, for about 3 hours. Once they get on there, I'm gonna ask them, what's the part number for the mixed air sensor in this thing? Anywho, that's all I got for you today, because low voltage, the whole idea behind this was tracing out low voltage. And the takeaway is, it sucks, okay? Yeah, sometimes it's simple and you just gotta, you know, contact your coil that's just, you're not doing right, in which case you can pull the contactor, smell it, use the sniffer, and it'll tell you if that thing's burned up. Otherwise, when it comes to something like this, I mean, you just have to pick it apart one at a time. Start tracing from your transformer one wire at a time until you figure out exactly where that ends. And today, that ends at that fella right there, my mixed air sensor. I am going to go ahead and burn this off, and since I got it apart anyway, we're going to get the gases flowing and go from there. But that's all I got for you. Thanks. Hey, I should have said this at the beginning. Give me a subscribe. I don't even care if you like it. Well, I mean, I hope you like it, but the sub thing, that matters. Y'all have a good day. I'm gonna play with this thing for a while, and it's the only one this suite has, so they kind of want it running. It's a spa. I think I like it cool in there. I might go get me a massage after this. We'll see. Deuces, guys.